I'm going to share exactly how I'm keeping up with all of the AI SEO changes and how we're implementing all of the new tactics and strategies. We're end of August coming into, I can't believe I'm going to say it, end of 2025. And wow, what a roller coaster of the last few years it has been in the SEO game. But when you pop the hood, the foundations, I feel like we actually went backwards in terms of what works. I think Google, and I'm just commenting on what I'm seeing, I'm managing about 100 or so websites on a weekly basis, so hyper focused on those domains, and then a further 700 sites on a monthly, quarterly, sort of 6-month basis. And a lot of these are my own personal sites that I use for rank and rent purposes, for SEO links, for just hogging more space on Google and testing and things like that. So while that's a tiny little blimp compared to some of the monster agencies out there or the SEO specialists around the world and all the data that they have, I feel like I see certain trends because I'm mostly focusing on the local space. So what have we seen? We've seen AI, ChatGPT and Gemini and all sorts of language models allow website owners to pump out billions and millions of what I would now call regurgitated pollution into the index, and Google has begun to clean up that index some time ago. So I think if I go back in the last 2-3 years, we've been heavily focusing on trimming, compressing, cleaning up, rewriting. Heck, some of our sites are on their 4th or 5th rewrite where we've found new, interesting ways to creatively rewrite the content so it's more unique, more valuable, more geo-relevant. But if you pop the hood, backlinks are more important than ever before. Not only does ChatGPT and AI overviews cite some of the questionable sites that I've mentioned my other websites on. It's crazy to see ChatGPT citing a 6-month-old domain, exact match domain, where it's like best arborists Australia. It's got the keyword in there, and ChatGPT is just using that as gospel and saying and trusting it that my clients are number one. Sorry, a bit of a tangent there, but essentially what's heavily changed is cleaning up a lot of sites that had pages targeting the same key term. In the SEO world, it's called keyword cannibalisation. In the past, while it's a known thing, I've managed to rank 6-7 different pages that are optimized for the same key term. And I use this analogy of how to choose a wedding dress because I managed and still manage quite a few wedding related sites where I had multiple URLs rank at the top of Google, 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th for pretty much the same key term, which is just mauling over that topic in a different way. So that's definitely been cleaned up into one blog, which delivers lots of personalized value. Also, we're seeing the traffic from those blogs pretty much disappear. However, Google is still being respectful and crediting us for the information, but the traffic is gone. That's just the new way of doing things. Google ads, Facebook ads still works as good as ever before. I think Google is on track for a record billions and billions of revenue from Google ads, which only means that more people are spending money with Google ads consistently, so it must be producing a return. It definitely does. It's just Google ads can be quite expensive in certain spaces and a lot of leads are not positively geared. So you really want to make sure that you're producing great work, great service, you have good follow-up, you have good customer care, you have good customer success, then you get the return business in those spaces where the initial lead is quite expensive. It could be locksmith, it could be pest control, and a whole bunch of home renovation, home remodeling spaces. So that's Google Ads. Still works as probably better than ever before. However, I'm seeing the likes of Google and Facebook both implement borderline fraudulent buttons that each time are automatically clicked, and when they're clicked it allows Google and Facebook to take your credit card down King Street for terms that are what I would believe are, low intent, less commercial intent. So that's a big one. It's a never-ending battle with the giants and how they take our money. Before we could precisely laser focus on a specific keyword and that's it. Whereas now there's all these bells and whistles we have to jump through and hurdles with campaigns that are just let our AI drive the ship. So that's a big one. So there's more focus on limiting Google's and Facebook's ability to utilize your credit card on useless audiences. Julio, are you going to get the ball? Where's the ball? Can you get it, please? I'll get it. Oh. So from an ads perspective, that's definitely made things more trickier. So any campaign that is not receiving the weekly and monthly care will suffer the more it gets neglected. So it's a lot of work across so many campaigns. So from an SEO perspective, the basics work, building the right permalinks with the right titles, with the right text, with the right keyword density. A lot of the high intent questions on how to choose a financial advisor, which used to be a blog, now that is in the main SEO page, in the sales page. The guide to choosing a financial advisor, or what's the difference between a financial advisor and financial planner, that kind of stuff is now an FAQ on the main sales page. If you look up the term health insurance, you look up the term life insurance, and you have a look at those pages that rank at the top, not just Google Ads, you will see that they have thousands of words on the page. So you have your SEO text at the top, and then you have your detailed FAQ with a lot of them have actually leveraged news presenters, and it's hard to compete with monster budgets like that. But essentially we've compressed a lot of the commercial intent keywords just on the commercial pages, the informational keywords that are not cannibalizing the main keyword on the supporting blog pages. What we are definitely focusing on more than ever before is pushing clients to create video content like vertical reels, YouTube, which gets transcribed into blogs and things like that. So an omnipresent effect. Nothing's really changed. So nothing's really changed there. It's just we're doing a lot more cleaning up based on performance. Every couple of months I pull all of the pages of all of our active sites. I have a look at their performance on Google Search Console. If a page hasn't received a click from Google for a few months, or it's under 10 clicks or 5 clicks, we decide to do something with it before Google does. I'd rather cull that page myself than have Google throw it out of the index. How do they do it? They flag it as crawled not indexed, discovered not indexed. So if in Google Search Console you have pages like that, do something with them. A lot of the time they might have already backlinks pointing at them, so you want to save those backlinks by 301 redirecting them to the most relevant page. There's currently a whole bunch of new SEO terminologies that are almost clickbait. Under the hood, it's just your standard SEO principles. Responsive design, titles, headings, optimized for natural language models would be the only additional thing that I would add. So make your content easily skimmable. So a lot of my sites have turned into conversational type content, blogs that look like you're chatting with a mate, cracking a joke. Grammar might not be on point, and we do that on purpose. Aussie slang and wrong spelling to make it clear that this isn't just been pulled out of Grammarly's AI text writer. Yeah, I'm seeing that's currently working quite well for a lot of our